Have you ever witnessed a moment where honor collides with law? Where a lifetime of sacrifice stands trial before an unfeeling system? Because what you're about to see isn't just a courtroom case. It's a reckoning between duty and justice. This story will pull at your heart, shake what you thought you knew about fairness, and remind you that sometimes, even in a courtroom, humanity has the final word. Before we begin, take a second to subscribe, because here on Case Closed, we bring you stories where compassion rises above procedure and truth always finds its voice. Now imagine this: an 84-year-old Marine, a man who once wore the uniform with pride, who stood for his country when it mattered most, now stands before a judge, accused over a parking ticket. No medals, no salute, just a citation, and a heart heavy with years of being unseen. But this case isn't about the ticket. It's about the man behind it, a soldier who's still fighting long after the war ended. As the hearing begins, the courtroom feels different. The air is thick with emotion. The Marine's voice trembles, but his eyes hold steady, filled with the quiet dignity of a man who's endured far worse than judgment. He isn't here to argue over a fine. He's here to defend a lifetime of service, to prove that respect doesn't expire with age, and that justice should remember those who once fought to protect it. And then, as his story unfolds, the room falls silent. Every word cuts through the noise of bureaucracy, until one decision from the bench changes everything. This is not just a verdict. It's a powerful message that echoes far beyond the walls of the courthouse. But what exactly did the judge do to leave everyone speechless? And what secret about this Marine's life changed everything in the courtroom? As the Marine continues, he shares details of his life that many in the courtroom had never considered. Years of service overseas, countless battles fought, and sacrifices not just on the battlefield, but at home, where rebuilding his life after war wasn't easy. He explains the reason behind the ticket, a moment of genuine confusion while trying to navigate a complex street sign in a new city. But beyond the ticket lies a deeper hardship: recent loss, mounting medical bills, and the daily struggle of living on a fixed income. The judge, known for his compassion, leans forward, fully engaged. He asks questions not just about the law, but about the man's life, his challenges, and what this penalty would mean for someone who has already given so much. Witnesses, including family members and friends, stand to support the Marine, painting a picture of dignity and strength. The courtroom is saturated with emotion. It's no longer just a legal proceeding, but a human story unfolding. Then the judge makes his move. Instead of a stern sentence or a dismissal, he delivers a verdict that blends justice with mercy. A decision that honors the Marine's sacrifice while holding him accountable in a way that uplifts rather than punishes. Some in the room are visibly moved. Others are surprised, and a few even whispered that they have never seen a judge such depth of understanding. But just as the judge speaks, there is a twist, a revelation about the Marine's past that had remained hidden until this very moment, something that adds an entirely new layer to the story. What is this secret? How will it change everything? The answer will stun you. Then, with steady conviction, the Marine reveals a secret he had carried for decades, one that transforms the entire courtroom atmosphere. He confesses that years ago, during a mission overseas, he made a heartbreaking decision to protect his fellow soldiers, a sacrifice so profound it haunted him ever since, but one he had never spoken about publicly. This revelation lays bare the hidden toll of war, the personal battles fought long after the gunfire has ended,
The judge, struck by the weight of this confession, pauses as the courtroom falls into a profound silence. Everyone present feels the gravity of the moment. This isn't just about a ticket anymore. It's about recognizing a life steeped in courage, pain, and unspoken sacrifices. Without missing a beat, the judge addresses the courtroom, reminding everyone that justice should never be blind to humanity. His words resonate deeply, challenging the very essence of the legal system and what it means to truly honor those who have served. But what exactly does the judge decide? How does he balance the scales of justice and compassion in this extraordinary case? And how does the Marine secret reshape the outcome?
Legacy of this courtroom that day? The judge clears his throat, then delivers a verdict that resonates far beyond the courtroom walls. He acknowledges the Marine's sacrifice and the hidden burdens he's carried for so long. Instead of the harsh penalties that the system might normally demand, the judge chooses a path of grace. He dismisses a ticket. But more importantly, he honors the Marine service with words of respect and gratitude, reminding everyone present that true justice looks beyond the letter of the law to the heart of the person it serves. The courtroom erupts in quiet applause, an outpouring of respect for both the Marine and the judge who dared to redefine justice in this moment. But even as the Marine leaves the courtroom with relief and dignity restored, the story lingers. It raises questions about how we treat those who have sacrificed everything and what compassion really means in a world ruled by rules. This case is a powerful reminder that justice, when paired with humanity, can change lives, and maybe, just maybe, change the world a little bit too. What do you think about the judge's decision? Could justice be served better with compassion? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories like this. But just as the Marine begins to leave, the judge pauses and calls him back to the bench in a powerful and unexpected moment. The judge stands and salutes the veteran, a gesture of the highest respect and honor that silences the entire courtroom. Once again, he declares that this case is not just about a ticket, but about recognizing the sacrifices made by those who defend our freedoms. He announces a new initiative inspired by the Marine story, a special court program designed to support veterans facing legal challenges, providing them with compassion and consideration and resources to help rebuild their lives. The Marine's eyes glisten, and before anyone can speak, the entire courtroom rises, a standing ovation that feels less like applause and more like gratitude. What began as a simple hearing became a moment of history, a moment where justice and humanity stood side by side. As the veteran turns to leave, Judge Frank Caprio's voice breaks the silence, not as a judge, but as a man who spent a lifetime proving that the law means nothing without
compassion. "Son," he says softly, "you've already served your sentence. It was called sacrifice." And with those words, the courtroom weeps. Because sometimes the greatest judgments aren't written in law books. They're spoken through mercy. The video of that moment spread around the world, but what it left behind was far more powerful than views. It reignited faith. Faith that justice can still be human, that leadership can still have heart, that kindness can still change lives. So, before you scroll away, take a moment to honor that truth. Comment the name of someone who's shown you real courage. Like this video if you believe compassion is the highest form of justice. Subscribe to Case Closed, because here we don't just tell courtroom stories, we keep Judge Caprio's legacy alive. A legacy built not on rulings, but on reminders that every person who stands before us deserves to be seen, that fairness means nothing without forgiveness, and that true justice doesn't end when the gavel falls. It lives on in the hearts it heals. Rest in peace, Judge Frank Caprio. Your kindness didn't just change verdicts, it changed the world. And to everyone watching, carry that legacy forward, because when compassion leads, justice follows.